Good morning, Mr. Roy.
Good morning.
Remind me when we get off here. I got to talk to you about the thumbnails.
Yeah,
I want to see if we
that
can
was
do
a
something. I hadn't looked at them today, so I don't know what it is. So, but it wasn't in response to today's thumbnail.
gotcha. So, services PMI just hit the tape. They are looks like slightly above forecast, and I mean slightly. So
Yeah, and you got Bowman speaking at 9, and existing home sales coming out. So,
and
something to watch out.
another small thing with the stuff in the Middle East still pending of flying about.
Yeah, well, if
Busy news week.
you follow my levels I put out after open yesterday, we hit everyone except one to the upside so far.
Yeah, coming in hot. It's just kind of grinding higher in the face of quote unquote negative news, but it is what it is. It's
Correct.
play the chart. No real reason to try and get ahead of anything. Book map looks pretty bullish.
Really bullish still. But you got those orders up there at 40. I would love for it to get up around 40. If it shows any kind of weakness there, that might be a spot we could look to take a short. But you got to be careful right now taking shorts. I mean, CBD is what, 4,400?
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise it. What you would like to see is a dip back, and then it give us a green candle off a a green bubble off a red bubble. That would be perfect. But you gave one on this pop back up. So as soon as data came out, it gave us the perfect signal to go long. But with data, you got to be careful. They are throwing some orders up here, so I wouldn't. We might see a rejection here. I'm not playing it yet. I took a long this morning, made $100 and take profit trade. I mean, a top step, and then $70, $72 in futures desk. I did take a little trade overnight last night. I'm $200 up in a test account on Take Profit Trader. I didn't trade any of the other stuff. Didn't trade any funded accounts.
Periscope, there's just nothing. I want to refresh, but it's just. I mean, you look at the market positioning up here is like nothing. So
yeah, I wouldn't look for a long up here right now. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Don't chase this thing. We've got too many orders up here.
Yeah, yep. SPX at 59.84, so you're still below 6,000. Oil has gone red for the day. Keeping an eye on that. Given all of the data coming out of the Middle East, we go back to Bookmap. You're getting a little red bubble here.
And if you could take a short, you'll want to be in and out pretty quick, in my opinion. I mean, it could come back a good bit, but it's just as strong as it is. I would, not suggest holding anything long. As kind of one of those see profits, take profits. But you see that red turn right back to a green one next, so that's why. Got to be careful. Let's zoom out a little bit on this.
So on Friday, we even got some news on the China AI front. The U.S. was targeting China. That caused the kind of big move right after we got done streaming. One of our favorite streams, by the way. I think all time. Monty would agree. Let me mute him real quick. And then you had the big drop, but I haven't really seen any follow through on that news. I obviously got kind of buried behind the U.S. striking Iran over the weekend, but there's just a lot brewing. I mean, we still have potential trade deals on the horizon. We've got obviously this Iran Israel stuff. We've got this Japan backed out of their, they walked away from negotiations. It's just been a flood the zone strategy of just peppering the news cycles.
Senate Republican leader Thune just said the Senate will stay in until the reconciliation bill is passed. So no, they better get it done or they're going to be working on the 4th. This is the thing. This what I told you. If you see something, take it because it showed a little, or you could got a few points off of it, but it popped right back up. I mean, this thing is just you got too many orders up here for it to break through, in my opinion, right this second. I mean, it still could break through. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't love a short. I mean, I could see if it comes back down maybe to the 30 level, you could take a long.
Yeah.
It's going to put it right at the 21, but I don't really have any interest in a long until that happens. Even though I'm tired, I need to update Tide over here. Tide is suggesting more upside, so there's that. Give me a second. I'm getting everything updated over here, hopefully. There we go. Don't forget, we forgot to do our anchor view off this one.
Thank you.
Market Tide and SPY Tide look almost identical so far. That's unusual. My stuff is lagging over here this morning.
Yeah, we're getting
not connected. There it goes. Well, Robo Taxi came out. And of course, my covered calls I sold are getting beat up so far, which is not not hard to believe. Robo Taxi seems to be everything I saw. Seemed to be a pretty good success over the weekend. Have you seen the glaring reviews on it so far?
Yeah. I mean, it's a brand new concept from Tesla, so another source thing. I wonder if the like how insurance works on it, right? If you take your robo-taxi out and it's doing its own thing, like you take your own Tesla and it goes and does its own thing. God forbid something happens. What do you do?
Yeah, I want to see too if Tesla's actually making money on this, because I saw where like round trips for decent rides were like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
That was Dirty Harry says he'll be interested to see home sales numbers. I will too. I think they're going to be. Could be wrong. I think they're going to be down just because all the stuff I'm hearing. But who knows? Truly,
I have a little echo coming from yours. I don't know if that's no, it wasn't there now. Anyway, could have been my deal, but I think Pulte for the administration is kind of hinting that home sales aren't very good.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he's hollering for Powell to resign.
Yeah.
Be fired.
This is very reminiscent of that history video I've watched with Nixon appointing Arthur Burns as his Fed chair.
Do what now? And what?
So Arthur Burns is considered probably the worst Fed chair of all time.
Yeah.
Nixon, at this point, came into power and had a similar Fed chair that was aggressively trying to cut or trying to fight inflation, and he didn't like the policies. So after that guy's term, he installed Arthur Burns, who was basically lockstep with his mindset, and ended up causing basically a 10-year inflation war. That inflation just kind of ran amok in the 70s. And it wasn't until Volcker in the late 70s and 80s, Volcker was installed, that got it all under control by just crazily raising rates.
What drives me crazy with Powell and what they're doing now is the last time they cut rates, inflation was still rising. Month over month, inflation was still going up. It come down, then it started to spike back up, right? They cut inflation. They cut rates.
Mm-hmm.
Now that inflation has showed, relative decline over the last few months, he's looking for something. This is where everybody, the argument comes that they are, they only react, right? They only knee jerk. They're not proactive on anything. We're thinking inflation is going to go back up. You can't set the thing on what we think is going to happen. That's the reason why, we waited too late to raise rates to start with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much everybody pretty much agrees with that one, right? Don't you agree with that, Roy, that we waited too long?
Yes. We were raising rates while we were doing QE still.
Yeah. And I think right now that we are waiting too late. And look, I'm not saying we need to go down. I don't think we'll ever see a 0% in our lifetime again.
No.
But, 2 to 3% over time, I don't think's unheard of. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just don't like his reasoning why he's still holding rates up. I just don't think it makes sense. I think there's something personal there too. I think he doesn't like Trump. Trump doesn't like him. That's obvious. And I don't think he wants to do what Trump wants him to do. I think that's part of the reason why he's not wanting to cut rates as quick, because Trump's pushing so hard for him to cut rates, and he doesn't want to look like he's weak. I get that. But also, I think it's in the country's best interest that we lower rates a little. I'm not saying go back to zero, but, we should be working back toward that. I think 3% is what we should be working back towards now. And we're not. And it just doesn't make sense to me why he's like, we did this, but now we're doing this. It's kind of the exact opposite reasons why he raised them to start with. I don't know.
Well, the Fed,
we need to refinance at a lower rate. There's no doubt about that either. And I think this just kind of goes back to why I think he doesn't like he's not going to let Trump intimidate him. Right, wrong, or indifference, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's in the country's best interest if we lower rates some so we can refinance debt at a lower rate. I mean, that's just a no-brainer there, right? But, that's just, you're going to fight on it.
There's a lot of things that go into it. I do confidently believe that if it wasn't for these tariff policies and the uncertainty that's been driven by the administration, both in this and their actions, you would have already had rate cuts 2 months ago.
Maybe
the thing that
it depends on if Trump was still hard at him then.
Well, I don't think.
Well, we got a signal a minute ago we didn't take.
Yeah, there you go. Good God. The thing that you have with Powell, and he's actually referenced Arthur Burns. One of the problems with Arthur Burns was he started rates, he cut rates, stopped rates, cut rates, stopped rates. And Powell's just not going to do that. Powell, he's not going to raise rates, cut rates, raise rates, cut rates. He's going to do it in a more, once we start, we're going to start. And if we need to pause, we'll pause, but we're not going to try and go back up. Right now, if oil spikes, given the situation in Iran, I mean, regardless of the U.S. national debt, what have you, you could get an argument to raise rates still back up to
Well,
what they
Bowman
were.
is trying to get the new Fed job, I see.
Yeah.
Bowman's speaking right now and had two. You'll want to hear this. Data is not showing much impact from trade policy shifts. Government policy change should lower inflation risk. Tariffs are likely to have a small to little impact on inflation. So I think if I'm saying right now, we are getting a down cut in July. Whether Powell wants one or not. I think he's going to have a meeting on his hand. Everybody positioning.
Maybe you had five. Remember, you had 5 Fed members vote no rates at all this year. No rate cuts at all this year from last SEP.
Yeah, I want to see who they are because I've already seen 2 come out and say that they are pretty much for lowering rates. So,
well, we pretty much got the entire gamut of them this week, don't we? They are just all over the.
Well, we pretty much got all of them today. You got Bowman
Powell.
down. You got Goolsby at 12.10 or 11.10. I'm sorry, 12.10. You got Williams at 1:30, and then you got Kugler at 1:30. So, and then you got Powell tomorrow and Wednesday, right? And any testifying?
Yeah. And there will be there, and this may sound political, but it's just common sense at this point. You will see a hard negative push against Powell tomorrow in the testimony from the right.
Absolutely. So, there's no doubt.
Any question that comes his way tomorrow. And he does have a lot of people on the left that want him to cut rates as well, and Elizabeth Warren and things like that. So you could get kind of all knives coming at Powell tomorrow.
Oh, he's going to get attacked tomorrow, bro. And Wednesday, he's getting attacked. If he feels it's personal, it is personal. They are going to attack the shit out of him.
Yeah,
they're going to come back hard.
I don't think Powell is operating in a personal grudge against Trump. I think Trump is trying to create that narrative because he just keeps talking about it. Powell has not come out and talked anything about Trump, and has stayed. Yeah, he stayed his very consistent self. I think Trump trying to fuel that narrative that this is personal. That's why.
The one thing you can say that he hadn't been consistent on, because he always says we're data dependent, and the last couple of times, like, they have not looked at the data.
Well, I mean, here's the deal: you're ignoring the inflation. You're also ignoring the. You're ignoring the inflation expectations being at nearly 6%.
But that hadn't played. None of that's played out.
Yeah, right? But that's 1 year inflation expectation. That is a data point that you do look at. And if those inflation expectations, that's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in inflation. If consumers believe that inflation is going to be higher down the road, then they will tangibly buy now to avoid the rate, which then it's this weird cycle of inflation that he's battling. Look, you're going to get your rate cut if unemployment spikes. That's the only thing. He doesn't give a shit about the debt because that's a problem within the government of spending.
I think Howie says it better here. So I think I'm going to put this up here. I think he is a little bit, although the bias to not cut may be more to not look weak, he's just a lot more professional about it. There's no doubt he's more professional about it. There's no argument there.
Yeah.
He wants to go down as being a good Fed chair, right? There's no doubt about it. He thinks about his legacy down the road. I don't blame him, right? That's not when I'm sitting here saying this stuff, I'm not talking bad about Powell when I say this stuff.
Yeah,
personally, right?
Yeah.
I just think that he let it emotions get to him a little more, and he's and that's just my only deal. I think he just let emotions get to him, and he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to seem weak. That's it. Like it says, it's just I don't want to be weak. I want to be the Fed chair that did what they were supposed to do, what I thought was right at the time, no matter what, without any political persuasion or any of that. And I get that, but I think he's just waiting too late. I think and I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying we go back and cut back to 1%, 0%. I'm saying that we should at least, I think this last time we should have took at least a quarter point percent cut. And then you pause and wait, right? And you get us to 4%, then you wait and you see how it actions. And that way, at this point now, if you're at 4%, even if you don't have to raise rates back up, you can hold them steady to ease things out. But I don't know.
It's
it's hurting American people, right? There's no doubt that these interest rates are hurting American people now.
But
mortgage rates are insane. Harry, speak to this if you're listening. Mortgage rates are still stupid. There's no reason mortgage rates should be as high as they are right now. And then mortgage rates aren't even based off interest rate, but they're using it as a crutch to do it, right? You're as much debt as we have, we got to refinance this debt. It costs a lot more to refinance this debt now, which hurts America. Companies are starting to feel a little bit of the pinch of it because they can't move money like they want to move money. I just think overall it's hurting America overall. That's my point. It's not that.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument. I would say, to me, I'm an inflation, get inflation under control more so, and I believe the policies, and we can both agree that inflation is a lagging indicator, almost 6 months lagging indicator, right? So policy change
can't even get buyers in the door right now because of the rates.
Yes, this one particular sector. But again, what I'm going to say though is inflation has no cap, right? Right now there is basically a cap on mortgage rates that can't really go much higher than where they are now. Inflation, if you get that fueling, there is no cap. That it runs amok. It can run up to 9%, 8%, 10%, 12%. So you're basically in a spot where you can actually control it a little bit. But if that genie comes out of the bottle, it's running rampant. That's going to hurt the American consumer and all Americans way more than the current pain that we're feeling, in my opinion.
We agree to disagree on this one because I think we should cut. And like I said, I'm not saying we should cut a full point. Right? I'm not saying we should go in there and slash it back down to where our 2% or 3% where I think we're going to end up being at. I just think you got to show some signs here, like, hey, we are looking to cut a 0.25%. 4% is not going to. I mean, 4% is still high compared to what we're used to, right?
Yeah.
What is the market?
So if he cuts 25 basis points this next meeting and doesn't cut for the rest of the year, are we good with that? Everybody happy?
Probably not, but we'll wait and see what happens at the end of the year, right?
But then let's say inflation starts ticking back up. Now he's cut down to 4%.
But he already cut when inflation was ticking up.
Right, but there wasn't any policies in place that would cause the inflation to tick up. That's the thing they ignore inside.
60 on Bookmap, Howie. I was trying to get us back on stocks. I don't blame you, Howie.
Yeah.
Me and Roy disagree on where we're at.
If anybody wants to learn, this is like a complete, like, to me, the 1970s inflation stuff was something that I studied during the 2021. There's a great material on that. You guys should look at it. It's very, very good. Going through the Fed chairs. And what you don't want is a Volcker situation where somebody has to come in and raise rates to 18%.
It's hard to compare 70s now, though. You can't go. It's hard to compare. Everything's so much different now. And back then you had the oil crisis and all that starting. We don't have an oil crisis right now.
I mean, I'd say we're closer to that this week than we were last week.
Look, I'm going to tell you, we're okay as long as we don't get another Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, tariffs are deflationary because, right, I'm going to put on this point. Tariffs are deflationary because they stifle the demand by raising the price,
go back and look,
which then causes the deflation. You get a spike up in inflation, and that's what causes the inflation.
You can't even make
I'm not far left.
Can't even make him look around the corner. Can't even make him look around the corner.
I was.
Hey, look at this pullback we're getting. Watch. Let's get off this. Go back to Bookmap.
Nah, man. You labeled me. I don't like being labeled. I'm coming with facts. We go straight into facts.
Back to this 48.75 here. This holds. Whoa. Only thing, they're going to put a big red Bowman would support a cut in July if inflation remains subdued. Of course you would. What's up, Michael? I hope you're enjoying this banner back and forth. You get to see what our damn pre-streams are like sometimes, man.
Yeah, I would say everybody should look at the 1970s inflation stuff. You should research it because it's very good. It's very good knowledge of knowing how federal chairs work, how they're fighting inflation, what worked back then, what didn't work back then. I am. I enjoy. This is one particular topic that I really enjoy talking about because I think Powell did a horrible job in 2020. Go ahead.
One thing you guys could take from this is that myself and Roy, we can do this banner back and forth, and when it's done, it's done. There's no hard feelings here. Just so if anybody thinks that we're getting whatever, it's not. We'll be fine. Everything's good.
Yeah. Hey,
I know how Roy feels about this, and I know what Roy's trigger words are, and I threw one out there on purpose on him.
You did. You hit
got him fired up.
Because you know what? I'm not a big on any side because, frankly, I don't like getting lied to, and both sides kind of do that to me, so I just hate it.
All the time. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a SPX 5995 here, so I think your rejection was probably right at 6,000.
We got the green bubble next. I did take a long here. I'm just trying to see if we can get, well, I might try to get a little more. I got 112.50 right now. I think I'm just going to leave it there, see if we can get this, see if I can get to 200 bucks on the day. Roy needs a safe space now, right, Dirty Harry? Yes. He's going to take a break. Go sit in the chair in the corner. That's an inside joke. Did you hear that, Roy? Where's Snoop when you need him? This thing could get 55 up here, but I'm going to be happy if I can take this 100. There it is. Oh, yeah, it is. There it is. So I'm 205 up and top step now.
Nice shot.
I'm going to tell you guys, this damn book map shit is game changing.
Mm-hmm.
If you wait,
it's telling you the tape, right?
Yep.
And it's holding 60.50 now.
Yeah, I want to see if it gives us a red. And this is one of those. Oh, go ahead, Roy. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Say SPX at 599.9, so a point away from 6,000 SPX. Not really a lot of gamma there. I'll flip to mine. You can see it. You can see there's not really much gamma, but it's the most gamma on the board. And there's your 6,000. You see how far we outside the cone, but you are just steadily pushing up. If it can hold the 6,000 as support, you could have a pretty interesting week for the rest of the week, to be honest.
I did say a minute ago I wanted to see it come down and test that 21, and book map lined up perfect with that there. You guys know I did wait to get in. I didn't just get in as soon as it hit down here. I waited till I got confirmation of book map. That's kind of the play we've been playing. So could have got a little more out of it, but I'm happy with being 205 bucks up. This is anybody that doesn't know. If you want to see my month of June. The month of June's been a hellacious month on this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. For this thing to catch up. No. Right. Let's go to the right one. I don't want to set lockout. I don't want to change any of that. Look at the month of June there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blinding.
That is. This is a 16-day streak. Yeah, because I think the last day in. You can see I had a couple bad days, so. This is just lagging big time here on Top Step X today. So you had a red day, but then ever since we have been on a tear in the month of June.
Flipping back over to book map here real quick. We've got a red bubble forming here.
Yeah. I would want to take profit quick on it, Roy, if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Connection lost on my TradingView account. Interesting. All my stuff's lagging now. Everything's kind of iffy. Am I still on the screen? Am I still talking?
You're still there. We're still good.
Well, everything is lagging a little. Yeah, however, I'm just trying to be consistent. House is pretty consistent. Just trying to be, don't overtrade, make your money, get out of it, and see another day. Now we're getting a green bubble here. I'm not in anything. I was going to try to take it really quick and take profit trader, but I was short, but it wanted to lag on me, so I didn't get in anything. Which, looking now, is best because I got stuck in it, wouldn't be able to get out of it. That's never good. See, my top stuff is actually hung up now. Bookmap is not hung up. I'm ready if it gives me a red bubble to scalp a quick short here. This would be a quick scalp, by the way. This would not be I'm going to hold it scalp. This is going to be if it does give me the signal, it's going to be a get in, get out. Russia's deputy foreign minister, when asked whether Iran has requested military assistance, we are working with Iran in various areas. It would be irresponsible to disclose details of cooperation. Yeah. We're getting a pop here. We could get up to that 60. I was thinking, Mike, you got 65 on the board here, so we could get to that 70 you were looking for too, Howard. This thing is pretty strong today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. We had that gap down overnight. I started taking long overnight and just let it run. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I won't go to sleep. And, I should have took a long overnight and let it run.
What's your momentum indicator at? It's got to be way up there.
It is 31.44.
Okay.
Not bad.
Here's your periscope. So you're at 6,003. Again, just really nothing up here. Just kind of floating higher.
Yeah, I'm waiting on this red bubble. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I tried to think we was going to get a red bubble, so I got in a quick short here. $30 up on it right now, so hopefully it plays out. I don't really, we're about to get back flat. I don't really like trying to guess when we're going to get the bubbles. And there we go. That just screwed that up. And we're still right around. I mean, we're back at flat, so it's not running away from me. I have a little room. If it breaks 60, I got to stop right above. I got it at 61.75. If it breaks up there, it is what it is. This is a take profit trader account. I've been trading too many accounts separate altogether, so I got where right this second I'm just focusing on this one trade profit trader account. That's my deal. And then we'll move once I'm completely through with this account. If we still see stuff, we'll move to another account. If not, we'll just be done for the day. The CBD is way. This is definitely fighting the trend here, but give me a red bubble followed by another big red bubble. That would be perfect. Come down to, I don't even need to come down too far. Come down to 50, and that takes me out. And actually, my take profit's at 51.25. 60, 51.25. What I'm looking for. So 5-point drop here, and I get $100 one day. It's got a lot to go through to get there, though. We do have 142 orders sent at that level, but you got a cluster at 54 down to there. So this might be one I take 40, $50 on if it gives it to me here and get out of it. I was up 30 a minute ago. She probably should have just took that 30, to be honest with you. 35, 40, somewhere around there. But yeah, that red bubble that looked red did not finish red. Now we're getting another one here. I am green on the trade now, though. So there's that. Not by much, but green is green, right?
Amen.
Oh, goodness, amen. Lead. Oh. I forgot. He didn't have a stop loss, does he?
No, he didn't do stop losses.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting a little bit of upper wicks here. You are above SP500.
This might come down and hit me. Maybe. Oh, come on. I just need 3 more points there, buddy. 3 more points. You got the sign. That's 50 is lit up now. Oh, don't give me a green one here. Don't give me a green one here. It's going to give me a green one in it. No, maybe not. Maybe not. There's $50. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to hold for my down $100 profit there. That's what I'm hold for. All my stuff is lagging big time here. Trade08, which I'm trading off TradingView, so I can still see it good. But I keep a little small Trade08 up here just so I can kind of see. I like to see dollar amounts sometimes, so I can look up and see dollar amounts. And I'm not seeing it. I'm stuck up there. But I can see I'm $70 up right now. I'm so close to hitting my damn take profit, 2 points away. And here's it's another red bubble. If it stays red, oh, that's gonna turn green though, isn't it? Son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, it just bounced right off the, what is that? 14?
Yeah. I just need that 21 test one more time. That red bubble turned, that green bubble turned back red for a second. Let's see if it closes it red. Back green, a little back red. And this is a fight right here, boy. This is a fight right here. You don't have much left. Oh my goodness, Roy. You see this thing turning back, green to red, red to green. Give me a big red here and push this thing on down there and take me out. And well, then you can give me a big green. We'll take it back to the upside. This account's actually right at payout status, so good day could push it over.
Weird.
Just can't get the breakdown here. I got a feeling this next bubble is going to be green. Just the way they're fighting this level here. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Going to start green. Yep. Red. Ooh, it's bigger red. It might get a push down here. This red can keep growing. I need that red to keep growing. Roy, you done anything today?
Yeah, I completely fucked up right now, but we just need a little push down.
Okay.
I was looking at my calendar performance for my XFA.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was still on my XFA when I took this short. I had no intention to take this short on my XFA. I wanted to do it on the combine. So I should have just cut it right away, but then I was like, I'm already in it. Might as well stress for the next 15 minutes.
You know, that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
I did it last night. I got into it, and I wasn't even going to get into a trade. I accidentally got into a trade on my the futures desk and took a L on it. And I was like, hell, I'm in it. I might as well wait and play it out. Then I got like $40 down, and I just cut it. I was like, no, I'm cutting it. And I'll be damned. As soon as I cut it, it popped right back up. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I would listen to my first thought. I would have been okay. But, you know. But, hey, that's, you know. Oh, you're so close here, buddy. You're so close. So close. There it is. 100
nice job.
106.25 on that trade.
Took me out. I got my $50, but I'm just tickled.
Hey, that's your XFA that you were worried about?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good job. Good job being a hard hand holding it. Yeah, we could get a breakdown here. I'm not going to lie to you. This thing could tank. We could be looking at it like, damn.
Yeah, but that would 200 right there.
I would much rather just do what we got to do and lock some profits in.
Yeah, I mean,
lock some profits in. Ooh, CBD is dropping. Damn it, Roy. Why'd you get me out of this trade?
Well, the problem, here was our problem with that trade is we guessed the bubble, right?
We did guess the bubble, yes.
We guessed the bubble, and you can't guess the bubble.
It worked out that time guessing the bubble.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch gonna give us a green.
You said you were taking it alongside. Yeah.
I don't like these. Oh, this EMA cluster right there. It did give us it's a small green bubble. I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything.
It is sitting on 6,000 SPX. So it kind of popped under it and it's kind of reclaimed it now. And now it's battling it. So psych level that we're at. Apple's green, Nvidia's slightly red, Microsoft slightly red, Google slightly red, but Amazon, Meta, and Tesla are all green. Tesla is $352.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my.
Did you write 375s or 350s?
I did 350s. I want to take $500 a piece. So I got 2,000 out of it no matter what. So I'm okay.
Yes, and you get to sell it at a nice win.
Yes. So, I mean, I just look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like being able to hold that Tesla and sell those calls every week. But as Howie suggests, what we would do is we'd go on and just do some puts and get right back in it that way if we can. So, it's no skin off my nose. No skin off my nose, I say. Is that 3-bar reversal in a 5 minute? Let's see. Yes, it is a 3-bar reversal in a 5 minute to the downside. Yes.
You can see our little guy showed it. Yay. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know which one. Which one is Led playing with? Is he playing with yours, or is he playing with that last one I sent through?
I think the last one. Oh, get the drop here.
There's not that big of a difference between the two, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, you're splitting hairs. It's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other.
Yeah.
Splitting hairs. What this thing's doing here. Getting a little move back up here.
Support.
And then still a red candle. We did get a red reversal up there. We got that green that was not very big. So it was not really a long reversal, in my opinion. You follow that little green, that was a bigger red, which was a downside move, in my opinion. So I am in at 52 short again because, I like punishment. And as Manny pointed out, it did give us a 3-bar reversal to the downside on the 5-minute chart. We're up a little bit of money now. Not a lot, just a little bit. I got my take profit at 45.75. And that's that might be a little too aggressive. I mean, too
loose.
Yeah, I might need to put it. If I could get this damn thing to cooperate, would be great. That would be fucking fantastic. This probably will be my last trade of the day. 46.75. All right, there we go. I got it on where I wanted at. I just need to come back to 46.75. This is a big green one. This could be a reversal to the upside. I got my stop loss is at 56. I'm going to actually move it up to high day. I'm going to risk a little more here because I don't know why. Why not? Actually, I like that level better than just being kind of stuck in the middle. And this thing could pop right back up. And it looks like it's going to. Where it didn't give a good long signal a minute ago, it kind of gave a better one this time. But it all depending on this kind. If this bubble can turn red, then it should come back down. And I would assume take me out. We got orders at 48, though. So this is going to be my last trade for a bit. More than likely. I mean, we got 205 in this top step, and we're just chugging along every day. That's just 2 weeks in a row we're taking payouts. Hopefully we can take another payout this Friday. Give us 3 weeks in a row payouts. That would be fantastic.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I need to go pee, and I can't go pee. I'm in a trade right now. Most time I can walk away from it, but this one I just want to watch it. So I'm kind of invested in this one because I like certain accounts I can walk away from. For some reason, when I do take profit trader, I have my take profits are a lot closer usually. So if it gets close, I could actually cut. I hate like if I walk out and I look and it like came within a tick of hitting me, then bounced up, I would be sick. Where if I'm watching and it comes a tick and it bounces, I'm probably going to just cut it and take whatever I can get out of it. Where I don't do that as much in top step. I do tend to let them run the wrong way a little bit, sometimes too far in top step. We're getting a red bubble here, Roy, followed by another red bubble. They're not big. Let's look at the volume on that last bubble. It's only 40. That's not much. You can see this big green was 446. That one was 23, followed by 40. See these big ones, 389, 181, 795, 1812. But we are getting a little pullback here. So I am back even, back green a little. Come on down to me, buddy. Come on down to me. like I said, we got a take profit at. Hell, I don't know what my take profit's at now. It looks weird over here. It looks like it's at 50. I thought I had it on 49.75. No, that's not it. You son of a gun, come on. This lag is killing me right now. I might have to. This is another
reset everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset, but I'm on to try to make it through the stream. So if I can get this trade to hit my take profit, would be fantastic. And then I would feel great, and I could do what I want to do.
Looking ahead to tomorrow during the kind of take your mind off this short real quick. When, not if, but when Congress comes after Powell in a negative way, do you see that as a negative catalyst for the market, a positive catalyst for the market, or like how it?
Personally,
I'm really intrigued by it.
Personally, I think it's a bad thing for the market.
Yeah,
I think the market likes to see everybody kind of get along.
Yeah.
And if they come out ugly, I mean, seriously, this is like the kids watching your parents. You don't want to see your parents fight, right? And if Congress comes after them pretty hard, you're going to be watching your parents fight, right?
Yeah.
But saying all that, I don't know. It's I think it's not good.
It's a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one. It's because we have to trade without biases, right? So you have to figure out how will the market perceive it, and mainly how the bond market will perceive it, because that's really the important guy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just anytime that they go after each other, you notice the market typically does not like that, right? It's never a good thing, which I don't think this would be a good thing. I don't know. I hate it's come to this point. I wish they could work things out and not have to be shitty with each other to get what they want to get, but that's not how politics works. And as much as you don't want to say that the Fed chair is as a politician are, right? They deal with stuff. As much as Powell tries to disassociate himself with being a politician, you got to be a politician to get that position, right? You got to sell yourself for that position, and that's what politicians do. We're talking about this. I just need a damn nut here to close this trade out. And it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to talk, and I'm looking at Ty. There it is. Done. There's $200 in that take profit trader account. Let's get off my nose. We are now. Oh, it's gonna work now. Hey, now I'm out of the trade. Everything's gonna work. $213.75 in that account for the day. I think we're going to stop there on that one. So we will move to another one there. And in all honesty, I think I'm going to stop on Top Step in this XFA. I had all intentions of getting a little more out of it, but I just.
What's your balance at?
Balance right now, overall, we're 1702. We got 205 in it. Anybody that doesn't know, I'm taking this. I'm using 15. I'm using this thing kind of like take profit trader, where you take daily payout stuff. I'm doing on the weekly part, but I'm taking back to 1500 at the end of Friday. When I get my 5 green days, obviously, but I've been taking it back to 1500. So this past time we took a little over 1300 out.
Nice.
So we're just, doing it. A little at a time. Yeah, green. I don't like how CBDs come back some. I'm just not loving this market now to the long side. You look, the trend is down, but CBD's holding 6,000. But the trend is down right now. It's been down since the last, 20 minutes or so. So I think it's best for me just not that says so far nothing but puts on flow today, so that's good. That's 5,800. Oh my gosh.
goodness.
That's a booger bear. I feel more comfortable right now. Like earlier, I probably would have felt more comfortable taking the pops, but right now I feel more comfortable getting these when it gives me a good signal on these shorts, just to pop in and take 4 or 5 points off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, Roy. I don't know. It is going. Looks like it's fixing to give us another short signal here.
You may go up there and kiss SPX 6000 first and then do it.
Yeah, it didn't. That looked like it was going to turn. It hadn't yet. Kind of working back and forth, so it's a no-go for me right now. But I would like to get a short up here somewhere, probably. Catch up on what am I missing on Discord here? Somebody had tagged me or mentioned me or something. It won't go over. Oh, there we go. Oh, lid must have done something. On 11:30 area, jumped the gun on Friday. Oh, look at that. I gave Led a play. He said he jumped the gun on it, but he hit it today. Jumped the gun Friday, but hit it to the penny today. Look at that. Look at that, Roy. Just look at that. We are getting a decent red one here. Everything is lagging. Oh, shit.
When is Trump's security thing?
12.
Yeah, 12 Central.
Oh, yeah. You got a little time, Roy. You got you a little time, Roy.
Does look like a rounding topping pattern on the chart. However, I just see a little bit of support there on Bookmap right below us, so I kind of feel stuck. Not really clear what to do here. My gut says it goes down, but
That's what I'm thinking too. You do have some support down here, but
no,
your biggest support is going to be below 40.
Mm-hmm.
So we would look there. Big green bubble here. Big green bubble. Yeah, 35, 40 to 35, Roy.
No.
There's a big red bubble forming after this. Could give a pretty nasty drop here. So be careful. If that thing, that bubble stopped getting bigger, they started stepping in right here at one of our levels that we have drawn. Anybody that follows TA. You do have a lot of support down here, but that thing could break through it. I don't know, Roy. It's just I don't like how it got up there, right? I don't really know why we popped like we popped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think we have any good news for this market to be up anything right now. I know they dropped it, and that was probably a little overreaction on the drop, the gap down.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't think we should be up 0.5% on the day. Like from where we are now, I think we should be down some, but it proves that it doesn't matter what we think, right?
Absolutely. That's what's important.
But we shall see. Big pop, big pop.
What's crypto doing? Bitcoin back over 100,000, almost 102,000, up 1%. Solana at 135, up 2.5%, 2.8%. Sorry.
Yeah, I did see
IWMs.
that everybody was shocked. Fart coin was going up when everything else was going down.
Hot air rises, bro. A little wick on this candle here.
Yeah, nice wick on this candle.
I'm gonna take it in the combine. Let me make sure
I'm
in a
still
combine.
I'm in a Take Profit Trader account, and I'm in it in futures desk. I went to a different Take Profit Trader account, by the way. This is not the one we were $200 up on. This is another one that I was hoping was going to give me a big red bubble here, buddy, and drop this thing down. I don't really need a ton, but 40 would get me out of everything. I like 40. I like 40. 40 likes me.
$40.75 is anchored VWAP.
Yeah, I still never did that, by the way.
It happens.
That would be a nice test down there. 40.
Yeah. You see the HIMS news and all that today?
I hadn't looked at it. I saw, I guess, that they didn't, whatever was going through didn't go through or something like that.
Nova Nordis pulled their Wegovy access.
That's what it was.
They couldn't get their Wegovy shots to their clients. HIMS is down 30% on that news.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, I saw somebody on Twitter, a Furu Friday, talking about how HIMS was a chart they were looking for, that it's all the upside possibility it had, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be great. And of course, I mean, anything could happen still, but, that makes them look like, and I'm sure they probably deleted their tweets now. So,
of course I did.
Why would you? All right, there is 150 up in the futures desk.
Yeah, I took 250 on combine.
Yeah, we're up a little bit on this. I'm not heavy on this Take Profit Trader one, but I am trying to get down to 41, 42 actually now. So if it is 42, I get something. I don't know. It's like 150 on that. If it would hit, probably need to adjust that up. I usually take more different base hits on them than I do on everything else. But, I don't know, Roy. This thing could go down and hit 40. It's drilling pretty damn hard.
Volume increased on this previous candle as well. You see that?
Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute, so I need to get off yet. The reason I'm on the 1 minute chart, guys, is because it lines up with my bubbles.
Bubbles. Go bubbles.
Makes my entry a lot better when I'm trying to get in. Because I can see if I'm trying to go short and I'm getting a big red bubble, I can time it better on a 1 minute than I can a 5 minute, if that makes sense. Yeah, Harris is what I took for a robo taxi pump. Yes, a robo taxi pump is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. $354 on Tesla.
Well, the bright side is I'm getting killed. That damn, I should have sold that 350 today that I sold for $520 each last week. $13.10 today. Yeah, was right. I guess I should have took that $50 over here. thing popped right back up.
Yeah, probably because I just re-entered a short. So you're
Why'd you re-enter it short? What was your thought process there?
8 retest failure on the 5.
So you're not using the bookmap bubbles, the big green bubble.
Well, only find a reason to get into a trade. I'll find one.
Hey, it might work out though. Look, this.
Yeah.
I hope it does work out for you, bro, because that means mine works out for me.
Exactly.
But anyway, I hope every trade you get in works out, unless you're directly in conflict of what I'm doing. But
yeah, of course.
We
try not to do.
Yeah, we don't do that much. It happens sometimes, right? But most of the time it does.
I have learned that
you see me and Roy were opposite on everything.
We challenge each other. Yeah.
What? You take yours, I take mine. At the end of the day, we'll see who's got what.
Yeah.
And usually I'll get
completely.
a F eventually. Not all the time, but most time, like F you. Yeah.
It was a friendly competition that cost me a lot of money. So what we do now is, if we're not in lockstep, and I'm not as confident as he is in it, I'll take a step back and just skip it.
Yeah, and look, if Roy's looking something different, I am going to look to see what I think he sees. Right? It's not like I'm just going to do the opposite now just to do it. If Roy's like, "Hey, I want to do this," I'm like, "All right, we need to let me see what he's seeing, why he's thinking that, then we can go from there."
I do want to call out Manny's about 20 minutes ago, calling out that 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute. And you can see since that moment, we are trending down. So sometimes these reversal signals don't happen immediately. They can kind of just step ladder down. But it was an important point to now say, okay, if you are in that trade, obviously it's working out right now, but you can start to trail your stops and make it a free trade. You're a little bit more loose with your play. But good spot by him.
Yeah.
I have nothing positive to say about Howie. He just gets too much positive praise here.
Damn Howie.
Yeah. We love Howie. Oh man.
We are getting close to the end of our show. Oh, sorry, Roy. What'd you
say? I'm gonna go through some sports to close this out. LSU won the championship yesterday. College baseball.
Didn't watch any of the final in baseball. Did not watch any of the NBA playoffs.
NBA was sad. Halliburton
that was a Achilles. Tough deal. There's a few people around here that are Oklahoma City fans, so I'm happy for them. They anti-Memphis fans, I guess. But as you know, Oklahoma City and Memphis at one point was a hellacious little rivalry going there.
Oh, really? All right.
I still won 2.2. See, this is why Roy's giving you shit, Howie.
Good job, man.
This is why Roy's giving you shit, Howie. You win all the time.
Howie took the easy money.
Congratulations, Howie.
Good job.
Happy for you, sir. Happy for you.
I'm happy to, fight the trend and try and do a reversal and push it down for a couple points. Howie's like, I'll just go with the trend all the way up.
Yes. Howie's smarter than we are. It's okay. We're still learning, Howie. We're still learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You do have a good UFC fight this weekend, too. Keep that in mind.
I didn't watch any of it either.
Yeah. Well, you'll have a good one this coming weekend.
Oh, this coming weekend, okay.
Yeah, you'll have a good one.
Well, you'll remind me about it, and we'll watch it and talk back and forth a little about it. Big green bubble here. Watch out for the pop. It's absorbing here. I don't know if it's a good sign or not for long.
What's your EMAs at? Oh, you're
they're right here. They're on the 1 minute. They're all right. They're on top of each other. It's almost one solid line on the 1 minute. You see them there. I mean, it's what maybe a point separating them all.
You could not break and hold above 6,000 SPX so far, so that could be resistance moving forward. Keep that in mind.
There you go. That's a good thing to keep in mind. You son of a gun there. This thing came down and missed my take profit by a damn. We talked about it by a tick. But I am not a quitter, and I got 131 bucks out of that trade on another take profit trader account. That's a different one. So I think, and all my stuff's
VWAP. Yeah, I think it's a good spot to call it for the day.
I'm gonna have to reset everything, and if y'all remember correctly, about 25 minutes ago, I said I need to go pee. I have not gotten up to go pee, and that's only a 10 seconds. Oh, here comes a drink. Here comes a drunk. Son of a bitch. Should have held it where it first was. Anyway, hope you guys killed it today. We all pretty much, I mean, myself, I had a really good day so far. Besides having to pee really bad, I'm really good right now. So take a break.
Green bubble here. So just for educational purposes, you would look for a follow-up green bubble.
Yeah, you just want me to pee my pants.
Yeah, I do. I just just seeing. Let's just take a look, see what it does here. If you get a green bubble, or if this shrinks, then retro. But you are right at anchored VWAP. So we'll see if anchored VWAP can hold as a little bit of support. Maybe that was the end of a nice move down, or is this the start of a good entry? I don't know. Well, we'll see. That is a pretty nice size green bubble, and I hate to leave on that note. And here we go with the next green bubble kind of ticking up. Got my son hanging out outside my door like a raptor in Jurassic Park. I can just hear it slowly coming. Red bubble forming here. So they pushed it up to try to break down. You can see it a little bit clearer on my chart. That white line is anchored VWAP. So we have this rounding spot. We are testing it now. Bookmap showing that red bubble on top of the green bubble. So let's see if it just kind of grinds here, or if you get some follow through.
I might get a follow through here. When you get that one right behind it, it's good.
Roy Easy, gotta love our kids. Amen, man. Summer.
I guess little man's been in there.
Nah, it said he's like right outside the door, like the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park. I can just hear him. He's ready to bust through. He's got Alexa, got me on the clock.
Enjoy it while you can, bro. Enjoy it while you can.
I am. I'm gonna go hang out with him a little bit right after here. He's supposed to be in summer camp, but I kept him home. Let him chill a little bit today. 60, 40, 175 anchored VWAP. Looks like it's holding so far.
Yeah, look at Bookmap. You got those orders at 60, 40. So if I was to look for a short, even though it gave us that reversal there, I'd want to see that 40 break. If that 40 breaks, and then I would try to scalp it to the 35 area, possibly. But you got 38. I mean, you got a lot of orders in there, so you got to be careful. But if it does go with momentum, it could go. It's going to have some momentum. That's 40 break.
We are at 60, 30, 275 is orb high. So there's your 40 test. Green bubble here. Let's see if it pops back up to reject anchored VWAP would be my guess. Anchored VWAP's now at 41.
And the big red bubble with the volume on it.
Was that the end of it?
80. So that was 777. That was 179, 512, 769. It could pop, but no, I like it.
Your anchored VWAP test. All right, buddy. I'm coming. Let's do it.
I'm gonna take a short in the combine and let it play out. Just let it go.
I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm not gonna do any funded account, but
I'm gonna take a break on funded.
I mean, like you said, it could pop here, and those are green bubbles suggesting that it's gonna do just that. It did hold anchored VWAP. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's a good place to give it a break. We'll come back tomorrow. And funded, I'm more than likely through. I got a couple accounts I still could trade. I might look for some in a little while. But I'm gonna take a break and drink me a shake for breakfast and chill for a little bit and come back and see. Let this trade play out. $100 down on it, so who cares? It's a combine. We're not going to do anything more with it. That is a big green bubble. That is definitely, that last one was the reversal. I thought we were going to break down that 60-40, and it kind of did a little, but then they said, you know what? We're going to take it back up. Screw you and your shorts. So, all good. All right, Roy, go play with your kid. Everybody, we will catch you guys on tomorrow, Tuesday. Everybody stay safe.
You guys.
Trade safe, and pray for peace.
Amen. Amen.